Welcome to the Cave here at Mishawaka High School in Mishawaka, Indiana, where we bring to you tonight on the Mishawaka Network, Bremen versus Mishawaka. The Cavemen and the Lions will be battling it out here in the Cave on Mishawaka's floor. Now we're on the screen here. I'm Daniel Phillips, and this is Cam Stokes to my right. We're here to bring to you yet another girls' basketball game. The girls have not been having their best season of their history. 2-10. Not great. They're on a 7-game losing streak. They're trying not to make it 8. They've got a tough opponent next Tuesday against Penn. We've got a little bit of a problem here. We're going to try to get this figured out here with this GoPro here, our camera, the reason you can see us. Hopefully my hands isn't just in your view, but we're going to try to figure this out. And looks like we're okay. But we're going to go ahead and keep it going here. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break with some technical things that we're going to try to figure out quickly. We'll be right back on the Mishawaka Network with our intro for this game between the Bremen Lions and the Mishawaka Cavemen.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
This game is 100 years in the making.
Mishawaka,
Brazil.
1924. That's a long time ago.
We're the Red Devils.
We're the Maroons.
High school basketball just means more down south.
High school basketball is important up here.
You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss January 4th.
Indiana's known for their basketball.
You've seen so many great players in these past 100 years from Indiana, and just being able to culminate all of that in one game, I don't know why you wouldn't want to go see it.
Be there.
All right, we're back. Got those technical issues sorted out for you all viewing. About less than 5 minutes until we have tip-off and we get things underway here. The Lions and the Cavemen. The Lions and the Cavemen have two fairly different records here. We talked about how the Cavemen are not off to the best start. They're 2-10 on the season. Coach Overholser, he was just talking to the two of us about the things they want to improve on, their inexperience as a team. And they're facing a really good team tonight in the Bremen Lions. Yes, they are a 2A school, but when you have a record of 11-2, that means you're pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to seeing how they fare against these Cavemen. Like we said, we talked to Coach O, but we also talked to the Bremen coach, Coach Alex Robinson, who has been coaching at Bremen for quite some time, long enough to establish a record of 129-85. We're going to go ahead and do starting lineups before we get into what Coach Robinson told us. Starting off with guard, we've got Keela Foster. We've got next to her in the backcourt Emma Lawmaster. And then another guard, Emma Kincaid. Another guard, Eliana Grubbs. And then their forward, Naomi Moyer. And now, so with that, we got our notes that we got from Coach Robinson. Got to talk to him pre-game, Cam, and that was it's always a nice thing to do, to be able to talk to coaches, get names figured out, and kind of get a little bit more knowledge that we can't get online about their team, about their program. What we learned from him is they want to take advantage of their film, watching film. They watched a lot of film on this K-Men team, and they saw the zone that they run when Tanaja Summers is in the game. Tanaja Summers, obviously, still an inexperienced player, but she's very athletic, and she's somebody that they can utilize on the defensive end. So they watch that, and they're making sure they analyze how to go about approaching that zone. So I looked through that, watched film. They want to make sure that they limit the K-Men's offensive rebounds so they have no opportunities for second chance points, and they want to make sure that they keep the K-Men out of the post because that's where they work best. They talked about how they have very strong guards. Coach Robinson was very, very adamant about how good of guards they have on this Bremen team. Very, very good shooters. And they're a team that have played together for 3 years straight, so their chemistry is through the roof. We're going to go ahead and talk about some more of those players throughout the game. But Cam, what do we have as far as K-Men's starting lineup?
Yeah, the starting lineup does look a little different than it normally does. You have Reese Brew, Millie Mamlenti, and Grace Matherly like we normally do. No Grace Betzer in the starting lineup, but Holly Shine is back from concussion protocol, and Tanaja Summers is back on the court from her injury earlier this season.
Yeah, she's not somebody who usually starts, but now she's getting the nod here, the varsity nod. She's able to start now. She usually comes off the bench and is there for when the K-Men need something strong on defense or just a good bench player. She's like the sixth man of the K-Men squad. We're going to go ahead and shift our direction to girls wrestling. Girls wrestling is officially a sanctioned sport in the 2024-25 school year, and they had their first sectional championship ever in IHSAA history. We had 4 K-Men winners here. We're on the screen for you here. We've got Kaylee Smith. We've got Annika Graylis. We've got Nalia Suggs. And then who's that in the middle there,
Taylor
Kim?
Garrison.
Taylor Garrison. I had to go to you for that one because you remembered her name. And I kept blanking from it. But you know what? We got it going. Thank you very much.
She's a classmate of mine, which actually I took that picture that was on the screen.
So, nod to Cam Stokes, somebody who not only is a great photographer, but somebody I enjoy doing photography with because we get to go to all those football games, and it's always fun to be on that sideline. But anyway, thank you for that picture, Cam, and thank you, Mr. Randall, for pulling that up for us. We're going to go ahead and let the national anthem take place. We're going to go ahead and go to a break and be back with the tip-off, this one between the Bremen Lions and the Mishawaka K-Men on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903. Some see a volleyball match. we see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back as we wrapped up the national anthem. Once again, we got our starting lineups here. The PA announcer is going to go ahead and introduce the teams here for those that are in-house. Nice little theater nod there. In the
Yeah.
house. It's technically a gymnasium, but it's okay.
Look at you, Daniel. Which, speaking of people in the house, shout out to Mr. Dave Rendell. I hope you enjoy having me 2 times next semester.
I hope you enjoy me.
Never gonna get tired of me.
Enjoy me constantly talking to you and bugging you in the hallways every morning. It's great. And shout out to Dave Rendell's son, Matt Rendell, sitting right next to me. Always ready to go.
Shaking his hat at us.
Man of many talents.
Speaking of someone who'll never get tired of us, Mr. Rundle's been with us 6 hours today.
It's true.
This is definitely my favorite part of the night.
Mine too.
You can see the cheerleaders in the bottom corner, Daniel.
Yeah, you can. I'm sure this is one of their favorite parts of the night as well. You're seeing in this lineup a lot of, like we said, inexperienced girls. You had Reese Brew, who started a few times her freshman year, a little bit more her sophomore year, and now she's a full-time varsity starter. Somebody who's still kind of trying to get it going. You know, she had Aza Schaefer primarily in her position for a while, or she was just that guard that was getting the ball to Asia or Kasha, or, you know, or Katie Baumgartner her freshman year. It was just kind of like she was used to distributing the ball, and now she's been kind of forced into a role of having to throw up some shots, of having to distribute it more in some more uncomfortable situations. So it's definitely a coming out year for a lot of these players. And obviously, it's been an adjustment. It's going to take time, these things.
Looks like Tanasia will be tipping the ball tonight. Normally, it's Matherly.
Yeah, so it will be Tenasia Summers there. She'll lose the tip, and the Bremen Lions will get it underway for us. A quick shot, no good off the back iron. That was number 15, the shooter that our coach said is a very, very good athlete. That was Emma Kincaid on the miss. Drive in, Reese Brew, kick out, Matherly, shot, no good. Pops right back out. Rebound, Kincaid taking it the other way. Cross-court pass, shot. Keela Foster, no good. Rebound. That was Moyer who kicks it out. On the perimeter, shot again. That one is good from Foster. She's 1 for 2 from 3 now. No, it's going to be on the line. They're going to call it just a rather deep 2-point shot. It'll get the Bremen Lions on the board. Mamalenti, quick pass over to Reese Brew. Lays it in. Nice assist, nice finish. So they are going to change it and make it a 3 there. They say her foot wasn't on the line. It will be a 3, so it'll be 3-2. 6:50 left in this first quarter. We've got an out-of-bounds call, and they'll go ahead and inbound it here. Kincaid. And now Grubbs has got it. Ball, Kincaid intended for Foster, stolen by Shine, and Shine tries to get it to Matherly. Ends up being a little too low, and it'll fly out of bounds.
You know, Daniel, we did a lot of volleyball during the fall season. I find it interesting that volleyball, if you're on the line, it's considered in. But in basketball, it's not always that same way.
Right, in basketball, it's the complete opposite. it loses you points. Whereas in volleyball, it'll gain you some points. It's taken the other way after the Cavemen steal. Drive in, Mamalenti nearly loses control of the ball there. Reese Brew drives in, layup is good. She's got all 4 of the Cavemen's points so far. Drive in, pass out, corner, no good. Too long on the shot from Lawmaster. Mamalenti over to Summers. Summers, somebody who Coach O is really trying to implement this offense more. They know she's pretty good on the defensive side. They want her to get shots up more, want her to be more dominant in the post. Shot, Mamalenti, no good. Pops off the front rim in the hands of the Lions. No good on that layup try. That was Foster on the other end. Matherly turnaround. Jump shot, no good. Taken the other way. Perimeter passing. That shot no good by Grubbs. Taken the other way, Mamalenti had it, she's fouled. That one is called on number 21, Eliana Grubbs, so it'll be Caveman ball still. Mamalenti fouled on her way, taking it back across the half-court line. Somebody's got to come up and catch this inbound from Brew. Summers will be the one. Timeout called by the Cavemen. Coach O sees something he doesn't like. They got a 1-point lead, score 4-3. Got a 30-second timeout. We're still going to take a break. Score of 4-3. The Cavemen lead by 1 here on the Mishawaka Network.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Welcome back to the K, where the Cavemen lead score of 4-3. 5:04 left in this first quarter. Cavemen getting off to a pretty good start off with these against these Bremen Lions. Excuse me. Reese Brew pass. She holds on to it despite the defense. That was Foster who was giving her some trouble. Gets the pass through 2 defenders. Mamalenti, no good on the shot. Rebound, Shine, no good on the putback. Bobbled around in the hands of a Caveman again, this time Mamalenti. Grace Betzer, who's in the game now. Floater, no good. Rebounded, this time not by the Caveman, but by the Lions. Jersey number 15, that's Kincaid. Shot, Kincaid. That 3 is good. They take the 2-point lead. Score is 6-4. 4:20 left in this first quarter. Betzer drives up. Pass to Mamalenti. Floater. That one is up and in. Tie game. Cross-court pass. Feeds it to Lawmaster, who will drive in. She's guarded by Shine. Quick pass inside. That's Grubbs. And they will call a shooting foul, Caveman foul. So she'll do two free throws. That one's called on Grace Betzer. She's going to shoot 2 shots here. Excuse me, that's on Mamalenti that they'll call it on. And the first free throw is no good, but the second will be drained. And the Cavemen now have ball, but the Lions have a 1-point lead here. Oh, just some miscommunication there. Reese Brew, pass behind her teammate. Holly Shine goes out of bounds. Lions ball. And Ken, just little things like that. Lack of communication, not being on the same page can cause turnovers and sometimes points.
Yeah, absolutely, Daniel.
Shot, Kincaid, no good on the 3.
I think that's something I bring up a lot.
That one will go out of bounds. Last touch by Foster. Cayman ball. Betzer's going to inbound it here. Bruce got it. Inside, Summers, quick step, drives in, floater, nearly went in, rolls in and out. Put back up by Shine, no good. Kincaid fights for the rebound, wins that one. Lions looking to slow it down here, coming up. Shot, Foster deep, no good, too short. Kincaid puts it back up, no good. A steal. Kincaid's gonna swat it out of the hands of Summers. Get in some trouble here trying to get that rebound. They'll say Cayman foul, the push. Believe that one will be on Summers. Yes, it will be.
Looked like that hurt a little bit.
I agree. We talk about this all the time. I talk about it with Evan during the boys' games and you during the girls' games. Aggression is good when it's controlled. But when it's uncontrolled, then you start getting those foul calls and it starts piling up and then you can't play the rest of the game. So you got to be careful. Kincaid thought about the shot, drives in. She'll take a shot anyway, floater. That was a pretty one, man.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot. So now they lead by 3, the Lions do. 2:50 left in this first quarter. That one off the hands of a Lion, Lawmaster. So Kevin ball, Betzer will inbound it. Grace Matherly will check in for Holly Shine. Reese Bruce got it. Thinks about driving left. Meets Kincaid. Now Betzer's got a pump fake. Floater. That one's up. No good. Rebounded by the Lions. Tegan Feathers, who checked into the game at some point. We apologize we didn't catch that one. That one knocked out of her hands by Summers, but regained. Thought about the shot. No good. Doesn't do it, rather. That floater put up off the backboard, no good. Lawmaster put back up. Feathers, and that one's no good. They say a foul on the ground on the Cavemen. So Bremen ball.
That was a good catch from Grubbs.
That one was on Grace Betzer. Drive in, no good by Grubbs. Put back up, still no good. Came in rebound, steal on the other end. That's Grubbs. She puts it back up. She'll get fouled, and she'll shoot one free throw. So Grubbs doesn't like that she doesn't get that one. Decides to steal it for herself. Goes back, lays it up and in, and gets fouled on the way. Three-point play is converted. She makes that free throw, extending the Bremen Lion lead to 6 points. About 1:50 left in this first quarter. They call a traveling violation on Reese Brew. Cam, you kind of accepted this role of calling girls basketball games, not knowing how much you like it, and due to your knowledge of the sport. How much have you learned so far?
Honestly, me and my mom were just talking about this in the car. Honestly, I still don't have a clue what you're talking about half the time, but we try to get through it.
And you will keep learning as time goes on. Floater, Mamalenti, no good. That one off the back iron. Stolen back by Grace Matherly. Mamalenti will put another shot up. That one no good off the back iron as well. Rebounded by Feathers, and they'll take it the other way. Grubbs drives in, layup off the backboard, no good. Betzer pump fakes. She's going to take the shot anyway. That one no good, too short. It'll go out of bounds. Lions ball. Kincaid is somebody that Coach Robinson talked about quite a bit in our pregame meeting. She averages about 12 points a game, and he emphasized how good of an athlete she is on the basketball court. We've seen that rather a lot, flying across the court for rebounds and setting their teammates up and also taking some contested shots. That contested shot, a floater by Lawmaster, no good. Put back up, no good by Feathers. Mammalenti will take it the other way. Quickly, Kincaid intercepts that pass. Will take it the other way, less than 30 to go. Pass over to Grubbs, who will lay it up and in. Nice and easy 8-point lead for the Bremen Lions. Reese Brew trying to get the Cavemen on the board. That pass intercepted by Grubbs. They'll take it the other way. That one's stolen by Mammalenti, so they'll take it the other way. Less than 10 left. And that one, another turnover, just going back and forth, throwing the ball away. Grubbs has got it now. Step back, 3. That one's short as the buzzer sounds. Time expires. That'll end the first quarter. Score 14-6 in favor of the Bremen Lions. Cam, while we have a break, what did you see? What are your takeaways from that first quarter there?
You know, when we first talked to the Bremen coach, he mentioned that a lot of his players are really good with scoring and good at putting shots up there. And I've definitely noticed their accuracy is a lot better than the Cavemen, who I believe coach said they've been working on getting accuracy up. So I'm definitely interested to see what the second quarter looks like.
As am I. Second quarter awaits. Score 14-6. We're going to be right back with some more Caveman girls basketball here on the Mishawaka Network.
This game is 100 years in the making.
Mishawaka,
Brazil.
1924. That's a long time ago.
We're the Red Devils.
We're the Maroons.
High school basketball just means more down south.
High school basketball is important up here.
You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss January 4th.
Indiana's known for their basketball.
You've seen so many great players in these past 100 years from Indiana, and just being able to culminate all of that in one game, I don't know why you wouldn't want to go see it.
Be there.
Welcome back to the Cave here where we'll start this second quarter. Matchup here is between the Bremen Lions and the Mishawaka Cavemen. Cavemen not really playing their best. Reese Brew has 4 of their 6 points here. Mammalenti has the other 2. That pass there swatted by Foster, but into the hands of Holly Shine. She'll get the pass. Right block to Summers, back out to Shine. Shot off the right side of the backboard, but put back up by her softball and basketball teammate, Grace Matherly. So that's what Coach Robinson of Bremen was talking about. He doesn't want them to have those offensive rebounds and second chance points, as Kincaid's going to travel right there before even crossing half court. The Cavemen, the Cavemen have good rebounders, so when they do secure that rebound, people like Grace Matherly, Holly Shine, sometimes even Millie Mammalenti, maybe not the lengthiest player, kickball is called there, they're able to put that one back up. I don't know what just went on in the head of Emma Lawmaster, but I know she wanted to kick that ball, and she did it. Maybe she just let her intrusive thoughts win. But that is a violation in the sport of basketball. Inbounded by Mammalenti into the hands of Reese Brew. Reese Brew kicks it out. Mammalenti thinks about the shot. She's going to call for the travel. Sometimes your feet are moving faster than the ball. You got to make sure you're not traveling. And Mammalenti is one of those really fast players, Cam, that her feet are moving so quick that she doesn't know how many steps she's taking sometimes. And it just happens. It happens to NBA players all the time. That one on the ground, so the shot will not count. Oh, no, will it count? Yes, it will. It'll just be on the ground, a foul. And they'll go ahead and shoot the free throw here. Should have a chance to convert a three-point play.
Holly Shine inbounding the ball to Millie Mammalenti.
I apologize. I misread the referee's signal. I thought it was in the air, but then I saw him point to the ground. It was in the air. That's why she was able to shoot that free throw and convert a three-point play. And she'll go back. Kincaid will, not Groves, and lay it up and in for 2 points there. Timeout called by Coach O and the Cavemen. They see something that they don't like as a coaching staff, and they want to fix it immediately. Score 19-8. We got a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more here on the Mishawaka Network. More girls basketball here.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the Cave, where we bring to you some girls basketball tonight. They take on the Bremen Lions, and we'll start off this gameplay after break with a turnover committed by the Lions. Oh, never mind. Not a turnover committed by the Lions. Now a turnover committed by the Cavemen.
It's all right, Daniel. It's been a long day. 21 inbounding the 15.
That one, a cross-court pass inside. Shot, that's Lawmaster. The three, no good off the back iron. And that one's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Cavemen. No, last touch by the Bremen Lions. It'll go the Cavemen's way. Look, they'll change it. It looked like it was last touch by the Cavemen, so it will be Lions ball. So inbounded here, Foster. We've got number 30 for the Bremen Lions, Skyly Feathers in the game. And a steal by the Cavemen. They'll take it the other way. Reese Brew drive in, loses dribble. Maybe a double dribble call. I think I wasn't the only one that saw that, but it'll go the other way anyway. That shot, Feathers, that one is good. 2-point fade away. That one was nice. William Amalenti. That pass nearly snatched out of the air. Summers had it, tips it, falls into the hands of Lawmaster. Now Kincaid will launch it down court. Traveling violation call. Took one too many steps there on that try.
Feathers almost fell into the bench.
Gotta be careful where you fall, man.
You know what? Sometimes it just happens.
Amalenti over to Matherly, off the knees. That shot, no good. Summers on the mid-range. Shot, Foster, excuse me. That one is good. Nice three from the right wing. Brew. She's fouled. They may call a loose ball over there on Lawmaster. Kind of was, yeah, they'll call blocking. And some substitutions will come in. Maral Farn will check in for Reese Brew, and for Grace Matherly is a freshman, primarily a JV player. That one is
Johnson.
Yes, Anaya Johnson. Passing it around, the Cavemen are. Mamalenti, the floater no good. She tried to save it. They'll call it out of bounds. Bremen Lions will retain possession. Grubbs, Kincaid, right wing. That one's good. Score 27-8. 4:15 remaining in the second quarter. It's like I was tipped out of bounds by the Bremen Lions. Will go the other way, and now stolen by the Bremen Lions. Kincaid, right wing again. Is it still hot? No, it is not. That one tipped, nearly out of bounds. It touches the leg of Millie Mamalenti, and it'll go the other way after going out of bounds. Kind of a smart play there of awareness by the Lions. Just knock it off the leg of Mamalenti and out of bounds.
Smart way to get the ball back.
Yeah, nice way to right your wrong. Fakes the shot, drives in. They'll call a legal screen there, a moving screen. She can't move, and also you can tell it's a legal screen if somebody's, falling on the ground. So, Caveman ball. After, again, the illegal screen called on the Bremen Lions. Inbound Holly Shine. Mamalenti's got it. Shine. Pass to Summers, no good on the layup. As she rebounds it, Kincaid is fouled, and so the Bremen Lions will maintain possession here.
Looks like JV player for Bremen, Elizabeth Gonzalez, came in during all that action.
Kincaid's got it, walking it up for the Lions. Looking around for somebody, finds Grubbs. Nice handles, working on Summers, drives in. No good on the layup. That one was wide open. Taking it the other way is Mamalenti. Shine's got it. Pass in, no good. Turnover, no. Snatch back. Johnson's got it for the Cavemen. And now Mamalenti is working on the Lions here up top. And now inside, Moral Farin's going to step out of bounds, and it'll go the other way. Reese Brew will check in here, and Grace Matherly will as well. Mamalenti will take a seat, and so will Moral Farin. Eliana Grubbs, she's got the ball here for the Lions. Passes it over to Foster, who will nail the three-point shot from the right wing. Man, it's been a very huge hot spot for the Bremen Lions all game long. Reese Brew, pass over. Holly Shine's got it now. Bounce pass. Matherly's got it. Outside. Summers. Pull up. No good. Too strong on the shot. Kincaid's got it. Cross-court pass. That shot, a two, no good. Too short. That's Elizabeth Gonzalez on our roster. Shot, Matherly. No good, off the front rim, taking the other way. Foster, wide open layup. That one is good. 1:40 left in this second quarter.
The Cavemen have allowed her to be free quite a few times.
Yeah, those fast break points that they're able to lob that pass over, and somebody's got an open layup. That shot by Tanasia Summers is good for three. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if she knew that was going in, but you know what? It did, and it results in a Caveman point. They now have 11 points next to their name. That shot no good by Bremen. 32-11 is the score with a minute left. Tanasia Summers pump fakes, drives in. Traveling violation called. Took too many steps. Lions ball here, 54 seconds. Kincaid, floater, driving, no good. Pops back out into the hands of the Cavemen offense. Off the foot of Reese Brew. Kincaid takes advantage. And it looks like they'll call an offensive foul on Kincaid.
The crowd getting quite excited there. Well, not quite excited, but heated.
Caveman ball here. Reese Bruins in trouble. Has Matherly bail her out. Got to get past half court. They do. Johnson, pass. No good. And it's stolen by Kincaid. Foster, open layup. Contested, actually. But she'll go ahead and convert. It was open for a second, and Johnson just flew in and contested that one. 5 seconds left. Matherly's got it. Ball in hand. Now is Reese Brew. She'll take the shot. It's deflected, and that will end the half. Score 34-11. The Cavemen not faring too well against this Lions defense. And the Lions offense have actually made a couple mistakes, quite a few actually.
Yeah.
And yet they're up by more than 20. They're up by 23 points despite their mistakes. So the Cavemen definitely have some improvements to be making in that locker room before they come out for the second half. The Lions semi-dominating here. Make sure they make those corrections. Coach O will probably do a lot of talking with them. With that one, we're going to go ahead and hear from our IHSA Commissioner, Paul Neidig, with the Commissioner's Corner. We'll be back with some stats for you here on the Mishawaka Network.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, welcome back. Happy New Year. I hope your holidays went well.
Coach, had a great holiday break, Christmas and New Year. Got to spend a lot of time, and we've talked about got to spend some time with my grandkids and watch them enjoy Christmas and the holiday season. And you know, I spent a lot of time away from home, and it was good to be back home and enjoy those simpler things for a few weeks.
Well, now that you're back in the office, it's time to play basketball in our state. So it's getting ready to snow this weekend. So I think it's a harbinger of what's to come because we have tournaments coming up. We'll be playing girls basketball state finals before we know it. So why not bring the snow?
You know what? It's going to snow and it's going to rain and the sun will come out and we always figure it out. And, you know, the worst thing that happens is we have to postpone a game or two for a few days while we wait for the weather in Indiana to clear up. Then that's just the way it's going to be. But, you know, hopefully the rest of the state can take a little lesson from our friends in the northern half that are used to larger amounts of snow and get this thing cleaned up and get those buses fired up and get them back on the road as quick as we can. But let it snow. We'll enjoy it when it's here.
All right, bad weather notwithstanding, we have an historic weekend coming up. The first girls' state finals competition in the history of the IHSAA, as we mentioned, coming up this weekend on Friday. What a great, great day for female student athletes and families in our state.
Yeah, this has been coming for quite a while. You know, we've been watching not only nationally, but watching girls wrestling grow in the state of Indiana. And, you know, we had over 1,700 girls wrestling in the state of Indiana last year, and we're well over 2,000 this year. And so this Friday, we're going to have the beginning of the first girls wrestling state championship with the sectional round throughout the state. And just a few short weeks, we'll be at the fairgrounds at the Coliseum, and we'll be celebrating that state championship there.
It's a great venue. I was just there doing an IUPUI basketball game. It's a fantastic venue, and quite frankly, everyone ought to be excited about it. And, you know, I'm to plead ignorance, I did not realize we had 2,000 young ladies competing in this sport. The popularity is unbelievably strong around our state.
We've tried to provide opportunities and meet the kids where their interests are. And, you know, we've done that with girls wrestling now, and we're doing that with boys volleyball this spring, and girls lacrosse is on the horizon. And while it's not an emerging sport yet, we've seen significant growth in one of our favorite sports in Indiana, which is football. Girls flag football is continuing to grow in our state.
It's a tremendous opportunity for young ladies. So have fun. Sectionals begin and girls wrestling for the state finals coming up on Friday. Paul, we're back in action this weekend, back in the basketball season for boys and girls. They had great opportunities and were incredibly busy over the holiday season. It just seems to me we continue to have more and more holiday tournament type action around the state.
It does. You know, when we expanded the schedule to 22 games a few years ago, we saw an explosion of holiday tournaments throughout the state, and it's incredible how many games just happened over this break. And, you know, we still have some tournament action going on into the new year now. A lot of conference tournaments don't play until January. But, you know, Coach, one thing I do want to give a shout-out to the work that you do on your show on Friday and Saturday night, because it's such a great place for fans to tune in and learn what's going on in the state and follow their team and what the scores are around the state. And, you know, nobody does it better than you and your team as people call into the show. And thank you for doing that, because that's part of what promotes what we do.
I appreciate the kind words, and I certainly appreciate the promotion. This is, again, another one of our weekly conversations with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Paul, I'll look forward to doing this again next week. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Welcome back, Mishawaka Network viewers. We're about 3 minutes and 45 seconds away from the start of the second half, but we got some stats for you. On your screen, you have the score after the first half, 32-11 in favor of the Bremen Lions, but you also have some shooting stats here as well as turnovers. For Bremen, we've got they're 5 for 17 from three-point field goals, which isn't great. The totals to be 29%, but it's not horrible. They're putting up shots. Now, as far as two-point field goals, are 13 for 38, which also isn't horrible, but not their best, obviously, of the season. We got 7 assists so far, which isn't bad. You want to be passing the ball around, and they're 3 for 4 as far as free throw shots. So you want to be accurate from the charity stripe, and they committed 10 turnovers, which also isn't their best. But I have a feeling that after talking to Coach Robinson in the locker room, they will improve a good amount.
Yeah.
What do we have from Mishawaka stats, Kim?
All right. A lot of times we talk about how Mishawaka has trouble with that accuracy, and you definitely see that in the stats here. You know, you see that in all the stats. For the three-point field goal, they're 1 for 5. Really not great, Daniel. Meaning that their three-point percent is only 20%, which is 9% less than Bremen. So not great to see. Their field goal percentage is 5 for 24. Definitely not their best, but also not their worst, I want to say. Not great, though. They have 3 assists. They've had no free throws, and they've 18 turnovers.
So not their best, obviously. Like we said a lot so far, just not their best on either side, really, but certainly not for Mishawaka. One thing that Mr. Renda pointed out to us when he was putting up this graphic is the amount of shots being taken. Bremen's 38 as opposed to 24 as far as two-point field goals, and 17 as opposed to 5 for three-point field goals. We got some individual player stats that we got to get for you here. But, yeah, you're seeing that Bremen is just taking more shots, and the more shots you put up, the more likely they are to go in, and the more points you'll have as a result. Let's go ahead and go over some Mishawaka's stats here. Who we got first up that we're going to analyze?
All right, first up, I'm just going to talk about who we got on the screen. Reese Brew. She is 2 for 2 in her 2-point field goals and 1-0 in her 3-point field goals.
0 for 1, yep.
Thank you. In the 18 turnovers, she's had 6 of those. So little less than half. Obviously not great. And she's had 1 foul against her. Daniel, who do we want to do next?
Other than that, there's nobody who's been making a lot of noise on the Mishawaka side, aside from Tanaja Summers that 1-3. As far as the Bremen side, we got Emma Kincaid making a lot of noise here. 10 points in that first half. She went 2 for 5 as far as 2-point field goals and 2 for 6 as far as 3-point field goals, which isn't bad. And she had 1 assist, only 3 turnovers. Obviously, 3 turnovers for an individual player isn't what you want, but it's about average for a player that's got the ball in their hands for a lot of the time. And obviously, someone who's been playing very well for the Bremen Lions, Keela Foster, the guard, very good at shooting the ball, really good at shooting the rock. 2 for 3 2-point field goals, 3 for 6 3-point field goals, got an assist, and 0 turnovers. So her stat line is almost spotless as we're approaching the second half. The Bremen Lions just dominating the Cayman right now. And the Cayman need to make a change here fast before this game starts to get away from them. They're only 12 points away from running clock. So they definitely want to avoid that. They want to keep this game as close as they can. Grubbs will start off here for the Lions. Pass over. Drive inside. Kincaid, no good on the shot. Falls into the hands after being bobbled around of Mamalenti. Summers inside. Shine, turnaround, jump shot. Smacked out of her hands.
There's an example of how Cavemen don't have a lot of accuracy on the court.
And Foster will take it back the other way for a layup. Extend their lead to 24. Nope, 25. It's been a lot of looking at scoreboards today, folks, for me.
Yes.
Mamalenti no good on that deep two. Reese Brew kicks out. Summers, pump fakes, drives in. That shot is good. A nice little sequence there. An individual sequence for Tanaja Summers. Kincaid. Pass out. Shot. Lawmaster. That one is good. Will they call that a 3? No, they will not.
Daniel,
Oh, no, yes, they will.
I believe that's the first shot Tanaja's made tonight.
It's her second. She had that one high arcing 3 on the other side, right wing. Mamalenti, pass over to Shine, fade away, no good. Rebounded by Kincaid, taking the other way. The Lions of Bremen lead by 26. Floater, no good. Try to put it back up. She's fouled on her way. She'll shoot 2 free throws with 6:18 remaining in this third quarter. She makes that first free throw. Brings her point total to 11. And the second free throw is made as well. Mamalenti and Matherly passing around behind half court. And that pass just swatted away. That was number 22 of Bremen, Naomi Moyer, who just swatched that pass attempt out of bounds.
The last few teams that the Cavemen have played, they've had a lot of trouble getting to that half court.
Yes, they have. Summers over to Matherly. That one no good on the right side of the rim. Bounces off the backboard into the hands of Kincaid. Take it the other way. No call there, a lot of contact. And that one's out of bounds. And it'll be Bremen ball here.
I didn't see what happened to Reese, but I saw Millie got a few hands to the face there.
Yes, she did. A lot of contact, not much sound of a whistle, but that's okay. We're going to keep playing. Foster, shot is good from 3. So now they came in trail by a score of 31. That pass almost stolen. Reese Brew maintains possession. Matherly, pass over. Mamalenti, she'll take the shot. That's swatted out of the air by Lawmaster. Nearly lost, but saved by Kincaid. Foster the 3, no good. Trying to ride that hot streak. Mamalenti over to Brew. Brew drives in, kicks it out. Matherly, her 3, no good. Rebounded by Grubbs. Foster on the other end, got to beat Mamalenti. She'll decide to pass it out to Kincaid. Left wing, that 3 is good. What that means is that the Lions lead by 34. 34, but at 35-point lead, that means that we enter a running clock. As we mentioned at halftime, that's something that came in. Don't want to happen here. The layup, no good. Foul on the ground.
Daniel, pregame, before we were talking about stats, we did say that the Lions average 57.9, so 58 points per game. You know, they're getting up there for sure.
Yes, they are. They're getting close to that point total that they average. We're seeing a lot of JV players sub in for the Cavemen here. Tons of substitutions. The whole starting five, starting five for that second half. Checking out of the game, we've got Samari Smith, Grace Betzer, Kaylee Yon, and Nia Johnson and Maral Farin. And now a 3-point shot nailed by Kincaid. She's got herself 18 points, and running clock officially beginning here. That shot no good by Betzer from 3. Again, running clock will take place now as the Bremen Lions missed that layup there from Foster. And jump ball is called, but they lead by a score of 37. Once again, 35 points or more is the lead that a team needs in basketball for running clock to take place, which means that the clock will only stop in timeouts of some sort, injury officially called by a coach, as that one will be taken back for a layup. Foster extending the Lions' lead.
That was a quick grab from Foster.
Yes, it was. That one going the other way, another Caveman turnover. Put up by Grubbs, no good. Smith has got it. Cross-court pass. Johnson, her shot no good.
I thought that was going to go in for a minute.
So did I. Kincaid's got it, taking it the other way for Bremen. I'll see if they say she was shooting. Yes, they do, and she'll go ahead and shoot 2 free throws, as that brings the Cayman foul total to 3 in this quarter. She'll shoot 2 free throws.
Not good.
That first free throw, no good. Once again, a little reminder on the rules. Don't worry if you forgot, because I just had to get a reminder as well, as that free throw is missed and rebounded by Maral Farin. So the clock will stop and running clock, it will stop when there are free throws being shot or a timeout of any sort is called. Well, other than that, clock will continue to run. That one off the feet of Grace Betzer.
Ooh.
Foul. Ferocious foul, really, called. Foster goes up, and on her way, she's taken out of the air by a foul. Caymans should be 4th of the third quarter. That first free throw made by Foster. She's got 21 points in this one. Second free throw, that one is none but net as well. She's been cleaned from the charity stripe this evening. Grace Betzer loses control of the ball. It'll go the other way.
Looks like it bounced off of her foot.
I think so. It's been happening quite a few times. That one no good. Yeah, in this series, Grace Betzer has had some ball handling issues so far. Hope to see that change here soon. Foul called. They'll call a jump, actually. Possession arrow in favor of the Lions. Thought that might have been a reach-in called, but they're going to say jump ball instead.
I feel like a lot of times we see a jump ball called. Morel Farhan's one of the girls up in there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Cross-court pass, Lawmaster. Maybe traveling violation is not called there. Lawmaster, three, no good. Rebound. The Lions will have it. Lawmaster. Grubbs has got it now. Over to Lawmaster again. And now Foster. Lawmaster's going to kick it off to Grubbs. High arcing three, too long. That pass stolen out of her hands, put up, no good. They'll call a jump ball here. As Nia Johnson tries to snatch the ball out of the hands.
Less than 20 seconds left.
Tegan Feathers was the Lion, no good on that shot in the post there. That pass attempt off the feet of Foster, a kickball violation called. And that will end the third quarter here. Score 54-13, utter domination by the Bremen Lions. We're going to go ahead and take a break here. Cavemen have a lot to improve on in the next couple of minutes for the last 8 minutes of the contest. Once again, running clock when we come back here on the Mishawaka Network.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
This game is 100 years in the making.
Mishawaka,
Brazil.
1924. That's a long time ago.
We're the Red Devils.
We're the Maroons.
High school basketball just means more down south.
High school basketball is important up here.
You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss January 4th.
Indiana's known for their basketball.
You've seen so many great players in these past 100 years from Indiana, and just being able to culminate all of that in one game, I don't know why you wouldn't want to go see it.
Be there.
Welcome back. As you saw that little promo video for the basketball game tomorrow afternoon, 100-year game for the Mishawaka Cavemen boys team. They'll be taking on Northview High School, formerly known as Brazil. And if you're not aware of this and you're a big Mishawaka fan, Cavemen at that time in 1924 were referred to as the Maroons and not the Cavemen. And then I actually learned today that the Cavemen were referred to as the Cavemen and the Maroons.
Oh.
And then at some point during the 1960s, they eliminated that and decided to make it just the Cavemen. And from then on, that's the way it's been.
That kind of reminds me of Plymouth. You know, with Plymouth and the Rockies, they go back and forth.
That's actually how the conversation got brought up. Mr. Rendell and I were talking about that during the wrestling sectionals this morning. Is that basket is good for the Lions? We were talking about how the Rockies / Pilgrims of Plymouth are considered the Rockies, and boys soccer, football, and wrestling, but every other sport for the Plymouth Pilgrims.
I wonder why only boys soccer and not girls soccer.
I'm not sure. Maybe it is both. At a certain time, I was told that it was just boys soccer, but I don't know.
Huh.
I'm not sure what it is, but
You learn something new every day.
it's true.
Mr. Rundle with all his facts. You know, he came off the 100th documentary a few months back.
Mishawaka 100, yeah.
Yeah.
That shot no good by the Cavemen.
I feel like the 100 talk kind of piped down a little bit until around now.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, we had all the festivities at the beginning of the year.
That's true. We had the 100-year gala, October 26th of 2024.
We both had to be there.
We both did. For different reasons, but we were both there.
I came in and hung out with you a little bit in Rundle's room.
A little bit, yeah. When you had time to.
Yeah.
You were performing for the guests there.
I was.
That free throw was good. That's Foster there.
You know, second semester starts in a few days, Daniel, Monday. That's kind of crazy.
Off the rebound, that one's good by Grubbs. Yes, that is a little crazy. Second semester, I'll have 2 more semesters left after this next semester.
Don't remind me, Daniel.
Which is kind of cool, but that shot no good by Sean.
You know, we've been in school together for so long. You're going to leave me after next year.
Yeah, there will have been quite the streak. Scramble for the ball here. Just sloppy play. Reese Brew called for the foul. Oh, that's her 4th of the game here. Got to be careful. Don't want one of your best players to get in foul trouble. She's probably one of the 2 best guards on their team. But anyway, yeah, second semester is approaching for Mishawaka students and a lot of students across the Michiana area. I'm sure some students aren't exactly thrilled with it, but it'll be good.
One.
It'll be good to get off and rolling, and then we'll get used to it. We'll get back in the swing of things.
You know, like I said, Mr. Rundle, Mr. Dave Rundle, going to see me every single day next semester. First period. Hell of a lot of fun.
Mr. Rundle's the GOAT. Both of them are the GOAT. But
And he's not even listening right now. Oh.
that one off the foot of Lawmaster. Make sure we get this right. Yes, that is right. We've got some subs here we didn't mention. Holly Shine is back in the game. Grace Matterly, obviously Reese Brew and Mamalenti, as well as Taneja Summers. So those 5 younger players now subbed out. And Jamie Guyas will be checking in here soon. We got the dead ball, so she will check in. Grace Matherly will take a seat. Score right now, 59-13. We've got some more players checking in for the Cavemen. Grace Besser, Samari Smith, and Kayla Yawn. Holly Shine, Reese Brew, and Taneja Summers will take a seat. We've got 3:15 remaining in this 4th quarter.
Mamalenti is the only starter left.
Yeah, she's in there. I'm sure Coach O wants her to be in there. Somebody who's primarily a varsity player, able to distribute the ball to her teammates. So Bremen Lions ball here. About 2:35 left in this 4th quarter.
You know, Daniel, I just realized I lost my pen like 2 quarters ago.
Oh, that's not good. Stolen, taken the other way, Samari Smith. Betzer's got it now.
Samari had trouble stopping herself there.
Betzer thought about the shot, drives in instead, pulls up. No good. Spot up from the right block is off the rim and into the hands of the Bremen Lions. Quick pass over. Feathers puts it up. Foul on her way. She'll shoot 2 free throws.
There's my pen.
Oh, there you go. You got it. She'll shoot 2 free throws here.
Why, thank you, Daniel.
So, Kim, with second semester approaching, it's your second semester of sophomore year. Are you excited for that one as Feathers will miss that first free throw?
No. A lot of my classes are changing, having a lot of shifts. I got taken out of both of my choir classes, getting moved into a different class of Rendell's. So I'll see a lot of my core classes this semester, unfortunately.
Well, it's good to get that out of the way. Sophomore year is kind of like a hump year, you know. You just got to – it's like the Wednesday of high school. You just got to get over it, get through it.
Yeah.
Prepares you for a tougher junior year. That shot is good. Samari Smith shoots some electricity back into this cave with less than 1:30 left.
You know what? I've heard mixed things. Sophomore year being the hardest, junior year being the hardest. I don't know.
I think it's almost universally known that junior year, by most people, is seen to be a little bit tougher.
Oh, yeah, you have SATs coming up.
I do. I would have to say that junior year is just a little bit more stressful, but it's nothing
You give me so much to look forward to.
It's good for you, though. It's a very big college prep year. So it's good for students to go through. Malenti, 3, no good off the right side. You know, something I want to mention here, we've got less than 40 seconds left here, approaching the 30-second mark. We talk about Millie Malenti for a second. That's somebody who really kind of like performed at a higher level than you would expect a freshman to last season, as it's a backcourt violation there to go the Cayman's way. There were games where she'd have breakouts and 15 points and things like that, and people were maybe wondering what happened to Millie Malenti. Why isn't she so much more impactful? Well, one, she is very impactful. She distributes the ball around. She's a pretty good ball handler, and she's been playing well. But when you have players like Kasha David-Ovic and Asia Schaefer, who's drawing more of that offensive or defensive attention from opponents, it gives you more time to flourish and distribute the ball freely and more confidence as a team, and you're winning games and stuff. So Millie Malenti is still quite the leader and quite the ball player. Cayman unfortunately fall on this one. Final score 62-15. Kim Stokes, final takeaways.
You know, I say it every single game. I'm sure the fans are tired of hearing me say it. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say it. Accuracy can always get better, especially the stats we saw at halftime. Accuracy was down so much. If they can get that accuracy up in practice, have that move to games, it will definitely help. I will say neither teams had very great games, and there can definitely be a lot of improvement seen from this one game.
So final message from Cam Stokes, shoot the ball better.
Yeah.
Make more shots. That's going to do it here to end this one. The Cavemen fall to the Lions. Bremen walks away with the win. They'll have a nice little bus ride home with smiles on their faces here. The Cavemen look to improve a little bit more. They've got the Penn Kingsmen next week, next Tuesday. They'll be at Penn in their gym. The Penn broadcasting program will be covering that game. So make sure to go check that out. If you're not watching Mishawaka versus Penn Wrestling here in the cave, myself and I believe Mr. Rendell will be on the call. If not Mr. Rendell and Sean Kennerecki, it will be myself and Mr. Rendell. So make sure to tune into that one if you want to hear my voice even more than you already do. It's going to do it with this one. Final score 62-15. The Cayman fall.